friend, welcome. If we haven't met yet, I'm Jen. I'm a part-time online clothing reseller, which means I go to thrift stores, I buy used clothes, I list them on eBay and Poshmark and sell them, hopefully for a profit. Today is Saturday, February 15th. I have 5 sales that sold in the last 48 hours. I did not ship it all yesterday. So these are the things that sold in the last 48 hours. $139.79 is my gross sales amount. If you stick around to the end, I will tell you my total profit. It's not great. I'm going to tell you that. Oh, February has been tough. This is a coat. This is definitely the best thing that sold. It has like this kind of city scene. If I remember correctly, when I Google lensed it, it said something about Parisian something or other. Let me show you the tag. The sell-through rate wasn't super high, but this sold in 3 days and for higher than the average sale price. So it's art, Simply Art by Dolce, D-O-L-C-E-Z-Z-A. Anyway, just like this little puffer coat. It's not down-filled or anything, but I saw it in the thrift store, and then it has a little patch with the brand on it. It was just an interesting pattern, and I thought, you know what? I'm gonna check this out. And I looked it up, and I don't remember what I saw in the thrift store, but when I looked today, I just searched that the Dolce puffer. I didn't do the Simply Art or anything, but the average sale price was $32.89 with a 32% sell-through rate. So the sell-through rate's not crazy. It's not bad, but it's not super good either. I listed this for $60, and I'm sorry, this is like, since it's a puffer coat, it just wants to expand. So I need to keep a hand on it. Okay. I listed it for $60. They bought it using I have a 15% off coupon almost always on my store on eBay. And so they used that coupon. Their total they paid was $59.63, so it was kind of like they got free shipping using that coupon, which I think is good. And let's see, I paid $10 for this, which is a little much for me. I did buy it in Fort Wayne there's a Franciscan thrift there. We go not very often, but one of my kids has a somewhat regular appointment in Fort Wayne, and so we go, and I always just go to that thrift store when I'm there and usually find one or two things. So this is what I found this time. I am using a recycled poly mailer just because I have a ton of them and I need to get rid of them. So my profit on this is $35.05, which I think is great, especially considering it sold in 3 days, and it sold over the average sale price. The average is always, just as a reminder, an average. So some of those, sell higher, some of them sell lower. I did notice that there were some puffer vests in there and not coats. I would imagine that those are a little lower. This is a Banana Republic. I just bought this. This one sold really fast too. It's just like a sweater dress. I don't know. It had boat neck somewhere. I don't know where I saw that. I don't know. Was there a tag on it? How did I see boat neck? Anyway, maybe I did a image search on that and it came up with boat neck. Anyway, this sold for $15, and that sold significantly less than the average sale price. So the average sale price for a Banana Republic sweater vest is $29.01. and an 11% sell-through rate. I priced this at $25 because not only was it an 11% sell-through rate, this was also an extra small. And in my experience, extra smalls take a long time to sell. So fortunately, this did not take a long time to sell, but it only sold for $15. Someone offered me that on, yeah, that was an offer that was sent to me. And because things have not been moving and things have not been selling, I just have been taking offers and knowing like, you know what, I'm going to make a profit. It might be lower than what I'm wanting, but smaller sales, lower profits are better than nothing at this point. And yeah, so $15. They paid $21.85 total with shipping. This did take 5 days to sell. So I'm not really sure with that low sell-through rate, maybe pricing it lower was the key. I only paid 50 cents for it. And so, you know, taking out the fees, taking out the shipping, and then my very low cost of goods, my profit is $11.44. It is new without tags. It was from the liquidation store that's in my town. I don't go very often, but occasionally I'll go and just see what they have. And they had a rack of 50-cent items, and most, I think I bought 4, and they were all Banana Republic. So Banana Republic is, I don't know, I wouldn't pay more than like $2 for something from Banana Republic, but if it's in really good condition, or like from that liquidation store, it's all new. Sometimes it doesn't have tags, but it's brand new. Now, the thing you have to keep an eye out for, at least in my liquidation store, is sometimes there are flaws, and sometimes I miss them in the store. And that was the case with this time that I had gone. 2 of the items had holes in them that I had missed in the store somehow. I am really good at missing flaws. I don't know how. I think sometimes I rush, and sometimes the lighting is funky in stores, and so it's just hard to see, especially like stains. But I don't know how I missed the holes. Okay, got all the little fuzzies picked off of there. This is a linen blend popover. So a popover is a button up that doesn't button all the way down. So it just has like buttons here. This is the brand Embellishments, and this actually had a decent sell-through rate. I looked up linen blend Embellishments popover, and the average sale price was $17 with a 50% sell-through rate. So that means, I think mine was the only one that sold. So that means there's only one other listed. So I don't know if that means it's good. It just means there's not many listed. So this did take 8 months to sell. This was mine. I don't know how. It's not a size I wear, so I think it is a little oversized. But it sold for $17 plus shipping. $23.21 was the total that they paid. I think I had it listed for $22 or $23, and then yeah, they set an offer for $17, and I felt like that was quite fair. I have 0 cost of goods because it was mine, and my profit is $14.83 on that, which is fantastic. I have decided this year that I was picking up, buying, sourcing, however you want to say that, linen and linen blend pretty much just over, like anything that's linen or linen blend. And this year I decided that I'm going to stop with the linen blend unless I specifically comp it and the brand or other, other factors go into play. If it's a J. Jill linen blend and a 4X, I'm going to get that for sure. But if it's a I don't know, Gap linen blend in a medium, I'm probably not gonna buy that. I don't know what I got distracted. All right, this is something that also sold for probably way less than I could have sold it for, but it did have flaws, so I took that into consideration. This is a cycling jersey. It has a like pocket on the back. The brand is, again, probably not gonna say it, Castelli, Castelli. Has a little like crab, lobster, scorpion, something thing on it. Because it's white, it has some discoloration. It has a couple little snags in it. The average sale price for a Castelli jersey is $30.87 with a 22% sell-through rate. So high average sale price, but not great sell-through rate. I think I had this listed at 25, and I sent out yesterday, I sent out 30% off offers on Poshmark, and so that was $17, and they countered at 12. And again, I was just trying to get sales of any kind, and so I accepted it. And yeah, pretty low, but it took 2 months to sell, and I only paid 70 cents for it at my old favorite thrift store. So the thing with taking a $12 offer on Poshmark is the fees are $2.95. It's a flat rate under, if you sell something under $15. So it makes the fees a little bit higher, and yeah, that's okay. My profit on it is $8.35. I bought probably 30 pieces of cycling stuff in one fell swoop. Maybe not 30, maybe 20. It felt like a lot, especially since I don't really know anything about cycling stuff. And it all ended up being like 70 cents a piece, but that was the first item that sold, and they've all been listed for like 2 months. So I do think there's seasonality, right? Like, I don't think people are cycling a whole lot in the middle of the winter, but I don't know. Some of it had pretty decent like comps. Yeah, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see in the next couple months if that stuff sells. This is a vintage sweater. The brand is Fargo Clothing and Supply Company. It is Shetland wool and definitely has a like Y2K style. Again, I mean, I've said this in other videos, but sometimes I get confused on like, what is the Y2K aesthetic? What's popular in that Y2K aesthetic now versus like what people were actually wearing 25 years ago. And this is something that was, you know, somebody was actually wearing 25 years ago. So I don't know if it's a good thing. However, when I looked up Fargo sweater Shetland wool, the average sale price was $17.02 with a 41% sell-through rate. That is a pretty good sell-through rate. So I'm not sure what it is with this brand. I mean, the sell-through rate's not super high, but I had it listed for, I think, $25, maybe $20. Someone offered $15 on Depop. Sorry, this was a Depop sale. And I went ahead and accepted that. So they did pay $15 plus $8 in shipping. So they paid a total of $23. I had to pay $6.25 for the label. And then the Depop fee was $1.21. I got this for $2 at the bins 13 months ago. So it was a while ago. It took a long time to sell. And that makes my profit $13.54. And my poly mailers are sticking together. There we go. So not bad for, you know, something that I've had for a long time. Happy to get rid of. Happy to send it on to a new home. Hopefully someone's going to love it. So my profit for the last 2 days was $83.21. That's definitely lower than my $67 per day goal that I have. However, it's kind of par for February right now. At least in my experience, February has been kind of just, I don't know, slow, low. And I even had a couple really good sales to start the month off, and I don't know. I think a lot of people aren't buying extra stuff, and that totally makes sense to me. The world feels a little uncertain right now. All right, question of the day. I don't have one. I do not have one. Oh, I talked a little bit about the books that I bought. A couple videos in a row. I bought a series of books, and I was just kind of curious what your favorite genre of book is. I really like to read memoirs, or kind of that style where it feels like someone's just telling me their story. And if it's true, then that's good. that helps a little bit. But yeah, the book series that I was talking about is kind of that memoir style. So I think that's my favorite genre of book. I'm curious what yours is. If you're a reader, if you're not a reader, you can tell me that too, and that's okay. All right, I think that's it. Make sure you like the video if you liked it. Subscribe if you haven't already. And thanks so much for joining me. I'll see you soon.